Question 19, use the quadratic formula to solve this and give your answer correct to do decimal places. So before I can even attempt to use the quadratic formula on this, I need to expand brackets, collect like terms, and get it in the form that I can use the quadratic formula, which is some lots of x squared plus some lots of x plus a number is equal to 0. So expand the bracket on the left, I'm going to get 9x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 4. Remember, this means 3x minus 2 times by 3x minus 2. On the right hand side, I can use FOIL. I'm going to get x squared plus x plus 2x plus 2. Then I need to get this equation as something equal to 0, so I can have it in this form. So all of these terms are going to go to the other side. So I'm going to end up with 9x squared. I'm going to bring them over one at a time. So this becomes take away x squared. Then let's consider here I've got minus 6x, which is already minus 12x. And then I've got 3x's here, which are going to come over to become minus 3x. I've got plus 4 already here, and I've got plus 2, which is going to go over to become minus 2. Then I can collect my like terms. 9x squared minus x squared is 8x squared. Minus 12 minus another 3 is minus 15x. And then 4 minus 2 is positive 2 equal to 0. From that point, I can then use the quadratic formula. So A, B, and C. So I get x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. Remember, that is given to you in the paper. So in my case, I get x equals minus 15 plus or minus the square root of minus 15 squared minus 4 times 8 times 2, and then this is all divided by 2 times 8. Next thing I'm going to do is work out the number that goes inside the square root. I'm not going to actually square root, I'm just going to work out the number that would be in there. So I get x equals minus 15, I can write as 15, and then I'm going to get plus or minus, and then inside the square root, I would get the number 15 squared is 225, and then I'm going to be taking away from that 64. So I end up with 161 in there divided by 16. At this point, I can split into my two possible solutions. So the first one is that it's 15 plus the square root of 161 divided by 16. And then the second one is that it's 15 subtract the square root of 161 divided by 16. Type